Previously on Triple Rush, still short-handed after losing founding member Justin, Mess Collective faced 2 more setbacks.
Oh my God, Eric got in a pretty bad accident. So I was just calling to see if you would be able to help us out.
Sorry.
And rookie Scott was dealt his first dangerous blow on the job. Tonight, Scott continues to battle the city.
Oh, and I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
And a bulk run provides the perfect opportunity for Mess Collective to try out a new rider.
Pressure's on for me and Eric to finish everything. He's going uptown, I'm going downtown. A lot of bottles to get done.
And Quick Track General Manager Oz must handle his worst nightmare, a lost package.
How much is it worth? It's priceless.
In New York City, if you need to get a package from point A to point B fast, you have only one choice. Bike Messenger. In New York City, bike messengers spend their days battling the elements, the traffic, and the people in a city that is unlike any other. No matter how you finish at the end of your shift, every day the game resets, and the messenger must face the challenges once again. This daily grind puts even the most even-tempered messenger to the test.
Bicycle messengers have a very difficult job.
No getting around it. It's hard physical work. If you slouch, you're not going to make any money.
I don't know exactly where it is. I can catch my breath.
You're riding your bike almost as fast as you can, nonstop. At the end of the day, your body hurts.
It's a brutal business.
You're going to get killed out here, man.
The messenger gauge is going to break you down. Stuff we carry is heavy. My bag is 15 pounds empty.
Package killing circulation in my arm.
And the accident?
New York City's a meat grinder.
The last one just took me out.
I've been to the hospital a couple of times.
Messengers just get chewed up and spit out.
This job will grind you down to a pulp and destroy you.
No messenger is more at risk to falling prey to the grind than a rookie. And architect-turned-messenger Scott is frustrated as the busy season keeps him on the road well after the sun is set.
They always mess me up with those buttons you got to push to open the door.
Scott is in Midtown and has 15 minutes to get a triple rush to 575 Fifth Avenue before the company closes for the day. While this should be a routine run, the darkness of night creates a whole new set of challenges for the rookie.
Pretty sure it's this way. Clear the box! Yee! As soon as it starts getting dark, it just gets way, way more dangerous. My bike's mostly black, and most of the stuff I wear is really dark colored. You just got to assume that nobody can see it. You're the one who's liable if you get in an accident with a pedestrian. People just don't look really where they're going. Do something, do something! People are just all looking at me weird, like, what is this guy's problem? Ah, this is sketchy. Whoops! I can't count how many mirrors I've taken out so far. Watch out, guys. Oh, what a cluster. All those horror stories of people being in the hospital and people getting killed, and that's always in the back of my mind. Move your I'm being very polite today, letting all these people cross the street. I know whenever I cross the street, I look both ways. Heads up! That's the first thing you teach your kids. Look both ways before you cross the street. That's why they tell you not to ride down one-way streets the wrong way. Coming through, heads up! Definitely trying at times. You have to watch out a lot for other people's mistakes.
Your name?
I'm Scott Wilson.
That's it. Company?
Breakaway Couriers.
That's it.
While it might be nearing the end of the day, there is still money to be made, and Quick Track veteran Tiara calls in looking for more work.
1 second. Oh.
Hello.
Hey, Bobby, TMW.
I dropped at 6th Ave.
I got a 1407 triple rush on the 577th Avenue.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
My name's Tiara. They call me T, Artful Dodger, Ladyboy, etc. I've been messengering for like 5 years, just out here grinding and trying to make money without getting killed. I moved to New York from Atlanta. I do love it here. It's like a really weird drug where you kind of want to give New York up all the time, but with this job, you end up everywhere. You see like 50 different places in a day, so it makes New York very exciting.
Bob has dispatched Tiara on a triple rush in one of New York's most famous and crowded areas, Times Square.
Here we go. Just so you know, I was zipping through Times Square, so that's a hot mess at this time of day. Yep. Here we are. The first thing about this triple is it's literally on the other side of the street. So they could have walked it for $0 across the street, but instead, I'll take the money. Thank you. Fun times. Now I'm actually about to ride home, take a shower, eat dinner, and chill the hell out. That's it. See y'all another day.
Over in Brooklyn, Mess Collective is in desperate need of extra help. Tonight, they are interviewing several candidates to help out with their increasing workload.
Hi, well, you have helped us out in the past, so you know what we're about.
Yeah, you know that.
So what would you think about, like, because you came into Everyman the other day at around 11 and you said you were done. Could you come, like, work for us for the rest of the day?
Yeah, I was done at 11:30.
Oh.
I did my last drop at 298 Fifth, so I'm sitting there rolling a spliff, smoking it.
You smoke spliffs?
Yeah, man, all day and day. My name's Stone Tone. What you expect?
Oh.
Yeah.
So?
Hey, man, what's going on? So you do more work, you have more responsibility, but you also have a sense of participation. You're building something. You're not a messenger. You're more than that here.
Sounds so good to hear that. You're not a messenger.
Not just a messenger.
Part of a collective.
Do you have any non-writing skills?
Yeah. I've done plenty of medical studies in my time. I know how to keep track of the paperwork.
What's your availability? How
flexible is your work hours?
All day. This is interview?
What?
Is this interview? But I said that I was gonna hire right away because you know your body.
Yeah, you don't have a job yet. Okay. You have to finish the interview first.
No one has yet made a good impression with Mess Collective, but luckily, they've scheduled their strongest candidate last.
Hey, hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Great, thanks.
Hi, yes.
Hey, I'm Rachel.
There's like hundreds and hundreds of companies in the city, so why are you interviewing with us?
I feel like it would be a good match for me to work for you guys. I think that you, from what I understand, you treat everyone really fairly. I like the idea that you run as a collective. Your company sounds like a lot of fun.
Do you have any other skills like design or public relations?
I've done a lot of office work. Like I have,
Straight up work, that's good.
Yeah.
Comes with,
yeah, I mean,
paperwork.
6 years of like office managing and stuff, which was boring as but like, I mean, I've definitely done that.
Last question, do you like the Smiths?
Absolutely. We're done.
It's important to me.
What'd you like? What'd you think? Come on, dish it out.
Rachel's pretty interesting.
Rachel?
Yeah? I've never met her before. I liked her. I think she would be cool
Yeah.
to work with. All right.
As night rolls on, a sudden change in weather creates yet another challenge for breakaway veteran Janessa's last run of the day.
Yeah, I don't know if you can hear this, but I just picked up $11,620 worth of jewelry, which I'm delivering on a triple rush down to West 36th Street in like 20 minutes on the Upper East Side. So, yeah, kind of crazy. $11,620 worth of jewelry in my bag right now. Boom.
Usually as a messenger, you don't know what you're picking up.
Today, totally signed my life away for $11,620 of jewelry. And it makes me nervous, especially when it's raining. I could have had like, oh my God. No, 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 no. Thank God.
Coming up.
What am I doing? I'm out here on the streets riding a bike. I'm still a teenager.
Oh, and I'm going the wrong way, aren't I?
I'm trying to stay calm. We're chasing an envelope that I can't find. So not fresh if you lose something. So not fresh.
As a thunderstorm overtakes Manhattan, breakaway rider Janessa is in Midtown on a triple rush.
Bad, you okay?
Yeah. Shouldn't be going that fast anyways, Cabby.
You know, we ride on these tiny little slick tires. Sometimes I fall like that because they're slippery.
All right, we're here at West 36th Street, and there was so much traffic.
I fell on the street on 8th Avenue, and I totally ate there.
And I thought I was going to die, but I made it. Woo! And here's the bag. Isn't it amazing you can fit that much jewelry in this little tiny bag? It's kind of crazy, right?
A new day dawns on New York City. And after yet another brush with danger, Janessa plans for her future.
I'm a person who likes change and I like to learn things. And after 2.5 years of being a bike messenger, I kind of feel like I know the streets, I know the messenger centers, I know the clients, you know, and there's not really anything new to learn, and I'm kind of craving new knowledge.
For the last 2 weeks, Janessa has been working on her application essay for a midwife program in Texas.
I've always wanted to be a midwife since I was 16. I want to do this program, and I think now it's like actually the right time. It will be quite the change from being a bike messenger. I'm going to go from delivering packages to delivering babies.
A few blocks away, quick track rider Tiara spends the morning with her girlfriend Abba before she's on the clock.
When I met Tiara a year and some change ago, our rapport was very much like we were friends and had been friends. And this was from like day one, and that was really impressive to me. And even though, you know, sometimes I complain about our relationship maybe sometimes feeling too much like homies and not enough like partners. We've been connected for a long time, and she says that we've been lovers for lifetimes, and I think that's really sweet and really cute, and I agree.
The couple is deeply in love, but a career decision for Abba could put their future in jeopardy.
You know, I applied to this job, and in the Bay Area, blah, 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 Tiara's like, I'm from the Bay, so I don't need to move out there, da-da-da-da.
I didn't say I don't want to move there, but I was like, ideally, I grew up there.
Yeah.
It's also like, I don't want my sweetheart to go anywhere. That's not fresh. Now it's like, oh, by the way, in half a day, I need to figure out where I'm going. And I'm like,
start in January. It's a really big decision that I have to make, like, by the end of the day.
We'll see what happens.
Problem one, I need to know if he has the correct package.
Back at Quick Track headquarters, General Manager Oz is dealing with a messenger who has broken the cardinal rule of the business.
What you did today was like horrible.
Never, ever lose a package.
I can't keep going anymore because I don't know what the heck you're doing, okay?
And unfortunately for this messenger, this loss is his third strike.
You were already on the radar. You couldn't even explain to me why you did that. It's not okay to lose a package in this company whatsoever. So, today's the last day. I got too many things going on in this job to deal with one messenger worrying about whether or not they could deliver a package. If I have to think about you, I don't need you here. You're gone. Losing a package is an error that we can't afford.
People, let's get this one on board.
To avoid lost packages, Quick Track relies on seasoned veterans like Greg Ugaldi, who has already completed 20 runs today and is holding 3 more.
There's no New York scene complete without a scene of the meatpacking district. They got cobblestone streets, and the meat hooks hanging up on the thing. Very picturesque. The problem is it's got cobbles, so it's not good for bikes. Get out of my way. You're going the wrong way. I was close. You gotta wait your turn. Where, beep. Come on, let me in. Road hogs. They don't want to give me a chance to squeeze in. That's a horrible job there, man. Moving man. That's why I'm a bike messenger, so I don't have to be a moving man or security guard. I look at other people's jobs and I think, how the hell do they do it? Why? It's the kind of job where you have 5 minutes in the office and you're already looking at the clock. Tick, 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 tick. Out here, I already did a whole page of work already. And we just got out here. And to me, the time flew like it was nothing. You gotta take the sidewalk. There's those stupid cobbles. They don't let us in, actually. Sometimes messengers quit because of the humiliation of being a messenger. It is tough on your soul when somebody tells you to go around the back, when you have to accept your second-class status in society. It's all beautiful out here, except till you realize that the stores and the places that you service, you can't afford to go in. You're not welcome there. Hey. Let's see what he says.
Hello.
You're only 3.
I had an oversized before. I forgot to put it in.
And then I got a 141 West 36.
You gotta go drop off one on 18th and then pick one up on West 36, which is nowhere near here. We're nowhere near West 36. We're on 14th. So my next pickup is very far. My dispatcher doesn't care how far I have to go. The last thing he's concerned about is the distance or the mileage he puts on me. This is rough on your body. You know, your knees, your back, just the constant pedaling. You're always riding with some kind of pain or other. Just when everything else is perfect, but you got the one little pain, and so every time. But mercifully, you can ride through it, or it doesn't hurt you or affect you. I kind of like that this job keeps you in shape, and I would be afraid if I stopped doing this that I would get fat. And then in 6 months, I'd be shaped like Winnie the Pooh and lose my nice trim physique.
As Greg's bank account continues to grow, another Quick Track veteran, Nick, has just minutes remaining on a delivery, and right now he's burning through the city, racing to the pickup.
It's the only time it actually feels like work is when you pick up something that's got to be there really fast. Otherwise, you're just riding a bike and having some fun.
I'm sorry.
Nick arrives at his pickup location, 10 East 53rd Street.
I just picked up an envelope going to 24th Street.
After Nick's late pickup, he must do what he can to beat the clock, and that's when things get dangerous.
Ah! Well, hello, Mac truck.
Trying to finish a rush on time, Quick Track rider Nick rides wild through the streets.
Damn it! I never really knew what I wanted to be when I grew up. I'm 26 years old. Other people are finished with school. They have kids, they have wives. What am I doing? I'm out here on the streets riding a bike. I'm still a teenager. I'm just an average dude. I just like to ride a bike and have fun. Oh, 10 years from now, I hope to be in good health, still riding a bike, maybe settle down, maybe even thinking about having a kid by then.
All right.
Across town, it's a big business day for startup Mess Collective. Along with the regular runs, a new company, Quest, has hired Mess to deliver 70 bottles of wine all over Manhattan in a single shift, which is a daunting task for a limited crew.
Obviously, regardless of how talented we are, too much work for the 3 of us, just Mess Collective people. Always there has to be someone that's dedicated runner for the regular client runs, and this time it's me. So this is a perfect opportunity to try out Rachel from the interviews.
This is all already taken, or I'm taking now.
It's my first day working with Mess Collective, and I'm really excited to help them out. I'm in between work right now, so anything that I could be doing on the road is good.
The ones going to West 18th.
It really gets hectic when we get bulk runs. There's so many deliveries to deal with.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, thank you.
We have to really stay on top of things so we won't slip.
With the large amount of bottles to deliver, it's important Eric and Rachel hit the ground running as Heather is about to finish her first drop.
On my way to deliver my first batch of wine. I got 9 bottles, I guess I'm carrying now.
At Breakaway headquarters, Wild Bill has a rush for his go-to veteran.
Vanessa,
Yes, Bill?
I have a job for you. You ready to write?
All right, go ahead. Please come visit a company called
Bright Stack, 474.
7th Avenue, C. Lewis. Lewis has a roster 149 5th Avenue.
They said within the hour, that makes it a rush.
All right, copy that. 10-4.
I'm gonna go over there.
While Janessa has dreams of her future as a midwife, for now, she must hit the streets and head to 7th Avenue on a rush.
Hi.
Hi, Breakaway?
Yeah. How's it
Okay.
going?
I'm Lou with Bright Stack. We promised Alexander Interactive they'd have this phone within an hour.
That's a weird phone.
That's a voice over IP phone.
Oh, nice. Cool.
Exiting Brightstack, Janessa has a handle on her rush delivery. But across town, Breakaway rookie Scott still has no handle on the city. He must constantly check his phone for directions.
Park Ave South.
And the process is starting to get under his skin.
This is why I don't make any money, because I have to do this all day. I've been struggling with this damn city for a month.
Scott is on a complicated 2-mile run from the Upper West Side to Midtown. And for the short-tempered rookie, it's quickly turning into a test of his patience.
I'm thinking it's gonna be this way. I'm sick of looking at this thing. What I'm actually gonna do is go back this way and take a left. Or is it right? Oh, and I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? This is the part of the day where I start wanting to go home really bad, because it starts going wrong for me. It just starts snowballing, and I get pissed. I just start screwing up more and more because I'm not focusing. I think I'm going the right way. I don't even know anymore. The bike riding part of the job, that's the easy part. Riding my bike is the easy part. It's figuring out where everything is, getting to the address, not getting lost, getting there in a timely manner. There's so many more things to it than just riding your bike.
You could be a pretty good cyclist when it's just you and your bike, but it's a whole different situation when you're a messenger. The tempo changes so quickly out here.
I'm assuming it's gonna be, damn it.
With his emotions running high, Scott finally makes it to his drop. 26 blocks away in Chelsea, quick track rider Tiara is on her way to pick up a submission for the Sundance Film Festival. But her girlfriend's impending career decision weighs heavily on her mind.
I don't really know how to feel quite yet. I mean, I want her to do what's best for her, but also I want to be included in that because we're together. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like I just need a solid yes at this point. So, we'll literally just have to see.
Tiara's made it to her pickup spot without incident. While Mess Collective's Heather has made another wine drop. The bulk run has gone smoothly so far, but in this business, the unexpected is always around the corner.
Oh, I just got a flat. Damn it. Oh, I just got a flat.
With over 40 bottles left to deliver, Heather's flat tire poses a major setback, and she must notify Eric and Rachel, who have just loaded up for more runs.
Oh, Heather just got a flat.
We really rely on our equipment to be strong and to get us where we need to go so we can make money. And when your equipment fails, it can be really frustrating because that's keeping you from making money, from doing your work. Boom. Got it. I'm so glad I have this patch kit on me. I didn't think I had one. I sanded it down, make it raw. Ooh, that's a lot of glue. You're supposed to let it dry. I'm always so impatient to let it dry.
Thanks to Heather's flat with so many runs left to deliver, Rachel gets a sense of just how unpredictable and intense this job can be.
Pressure's on for me and Eric to finish everything. He's going uptown, I'm going downtown, we're going crosstown, and there's like a lot of bottles to get done.
Oh, I put way too much glue. Okay, let's hope. Damn it! I'm too impatient for the glue to dry. There, that's gonna be better. Probably gonna be late.
What should have been a quick fix has taken veteran Heather over half an hour, and now Mess Collective will have to pedal even harder to make up time. Over at Breakaway, dispatcher Wild Bill is getting impatient waiting for Janessa to finish her run.
Where is this slow slug of a messenger?
But just like Heather, Janessa is having mechanical problems of her own.
That is not a good noise.
And it seems like last night's accident
Not good.
has taken a toll on her bike.
I'm a little slightly distracted / concentrating on a broken bicycle right now. That crunching noise is not good. Oh. Ah! What the heck? Ooh. I can't turn the bike. I think my headset is shot because this part right here is the part, like it has bearings in there. And I think the bearings are just shot. I can't turn the wheel. So that's really scary. Could have killed myself. I'm not that far from the bike shop, so I'll probably take it there now and see. It's probably gonna cost a lot of money though, which totally sucks. I gotta call Bill and tell him that I broke my bike. Hey, Bill.
Excuse me, well, I have to yell at one of my couriers. Janessa.
Well, I have a slight problem here. My headset's froze.
Yeah.
So I gotta go to the bike shop.
Wonderful. Copy.
Probably gonna take me a while.
All right, copy. Give me a call. Let me a minute. I'll call the client. Give me a minute.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Bill gets on the phone to the client to buy Janessa more time.
This is probably gonna be one of those days where I spend more money than I make, which totally sucks. Maybe it's time to go to midwife school.
From one bad day to another, fellow breakaway rider Scott heads out on another delivery and continues to battle his directional disabilities.
We're just gonna go all the way down 5th Ave, down Broadway. Let's do it. 5th Ave's that way, I think, right? That way. And we're going the wrong way already. U-turn. Heads up. Riding into oncoming traffic is like the worst thing you can possibly do, but I'll definitely do it just to save a little time. But I definitely don't like it at all. It's super dangerous, especially when a bus is coming at you. I don't want to be here. Horrible idea. I'm sleeping at a hostel in Brooklyn, which is like the most unbelievable atrocity I've witnessed so far since I've been in New York City. I hardly got any sleep last night. I probably slept for like an hour. I've been trying to get an apartment, but they all just keep falling through. It was funny, I was talking to my mom on the phone this morning, and she goes, "You don't make any money, how are you gonna pay your rent? Blah, 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 blah." I'll make it happen somehow. It's not that bad out today, I should stop crying. I'm actually making money today on my runs. High five. Because we're gonna be up here somewhere. Move it! Now my rookie ass has to figure out exactly where we are. I'm like totally lost. Hey dude, you know where 17 is? This is Battery Place, right? Thanks, dude. Hey, if you don't know, ask. Here we go, yep, this is it. Took a little longer than I wanted to get here, but it's here.
Scott has bounced back from his earlier doldrums, but for quick track rider Tiara, her emotions over her girlfriend are a dangerous distraction from an important run with a submission for Sundance.
Put the mess back in the messenger. Oh. I don't know what it is. Guess what the messenger's not supposed to do? Lose the package. There's no way I can make this happen. Let me triple check.
About to make a delivery, Tiara realizes her lovesick mind may have distracted her long enough to commit the cardinal sin of messengering.
Guess what the messenger's not supposed to do? Lose the package. That's what they're not supposed to do. Oh, I have to go back to S02. We're chasing an envelope that I can't find right now. I'm trying to stay calm. It's like, so not fresh if you lose something. So not fresh.
With her fingers crossed, Tiara returns to her last pickup point in search of the missing package. And across town, breakaway rider Janessa is on her way to the shop after her bike malfunctioned in traffic.
That was really fun. I thought I was gonna die. Seized up right in the middle of traffic. Kind of nervous about how I'm gonna pay for it. It's actually really stressful because like being a bike messenger in New York City, it's really hard to save money.
How long do you have the headset?
It's like 2.5 years as a bike messenger. I basically make enough to pay my rent and eat, and that's about it. You replaced the whole thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Everything. Yep.
This is pretty much your only 1-inch threadless?
Right now, yeah.
Those are like $200, right? Okay. I'll just put it on then. All right, come back and get it in a little bit.
While Janessa's bike problems are preventing her from making money, Mess Collective has recovered from Heather's flat and is in the final push to finish their big money bulk run.
I'm seeing that we have 4 runs left on the board, and I haven't even seen Eric at all today. And I only saw Rachel that one time in the morning, and we've all just been off in like totally different areas of the city. Ugh. I can't do the cobblestone.
Things always happen, you know, everyone's gotten flats, and I think that's also the thrill of it. It's like, yeah, okay, it's this huge job, but what if we get them done? You're gonna feel like $1 million. We're pretty much proving to yourself how efficient Mess Collective can run. Doing this ourselves, it counts.
It's the end of the day, and I'm gonna ride as fast as I can. Just finished, it's the end of the day. Happy to be done. Hope I did good by Mess Collective.
All of the wine's done, right?
All of it's done.
Right, you did most of it. So.
That's awesome. Thank you. You did a really good job.
Damn good.
Thanks.
I like Rachel. She likes to work and all ass.
Yeah, thank you for having me on with you. And I hope if you need more help, you know, you will give me a call.
We're definitely going to continue working with Rachel. She's a really good messenger. She's fast. She's turned out to be really, really awesome.
Power hug.
Oh.
Mess Collective has finished their day on a high. Over on 5th Avenue, Janessa is back on her bike after a costly repair, and she's finally able to finish her first delivery of the day.
Here I am at 149 5th Avenue. I'm gonna drop this phone off for this guy so he can get it there on time. Hi.
Hello.
How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. I got a phone for you guys from Bright Tech. So.
Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Have a good day.
You too.
I'm happy to get it done, but I ran out of money. I need a job like now. Oh, Lordy.
Janessa's not the only rider sidetracked from making money today, as Tiara's feverish attempt to recover her lost package has become hopeless. She must now call the office and face the music.
Hey, Bobby, TMW. I have an issue. I have a problem.
This package going to 548 West 28. I have no
idea where it is.
And I wanted to call you and ask you if I should backtrack my last response.
Hold on a minute.
In problem situations like this, Bob must transfer the call to assistant manager Don.
Problem 2, pick her up.
You gonna go back and go check?
All right, I'll hit you back. Yeah, I have to double back. Screwed. It's called a write-up. It's called maybe no job. It's called my life.
If the messenger loses a package, first thing we gotta do is that we gotta call the client and let them know the package is lost, which basically means they're not gonna be too happy.
So not hot.
Still unable to find her package, Tiara must make another uncomfortable phone call.
I went up there through the same elevator, same hallway, everything. I know everything.
Empty out. Empty out. Oz, I need to talk to you. We're screwed.
But that's what it is. This happens.
For the second time today, Oz must face the consequences of a lost package and deliver the bad news to a long-standing QuickTrack client.
Yeah, we had the messenger try to backtrack to every spot that she went to make the delivery. She cannot find the package.
Wait, are you serious?
How much is this thing worth?
How much is it worth?
How much is it?
It's priceless. It's my film, man. It's my submission for Sundance. It's like my only copy. I spent 2 years working on it. You gotta be me. Your company can go to hell.
Tiara lost a package, and apparently it was the only copy of this movie. What? The guy is kind of freaking out right now, and so am I.
I really didn't need to hear that.
It's either she just gets the warning or she may have to be terminated.
After an exhausting search for the client's missing package, Tiara has made her last drop.
Yo, I dropped that West 5-2 limit. I think it's just so ill that the universe is working this way, given that like today is the day that my girlfriend's supposed to decide if she's moving or not, and I'm supposed to decide if I'm going to, and it's like losing a package as a messenger, it's like so not what's supposed to happen.
So what are the chances that it's not throwaway?
0 chances, because I went all the way back into the building.
I don't know. That's pretty bad. You gotta come in right now.
All right.
Thank you.
At QuickTrack, Tiara arrives to face the consequences of her costly mistake.
I'll send somebody down there, but I'm going to physically have no one in your area for at least another 20, 25 minutes. And the reference?
Yes.
I'll be with you in a second. I'm not that type to curse and disrespect anyone, but I am pissed off because Tiara, I expect a lot from her. QuickTrack, I expect all of our veterans, all of our star messengers, we expect the utmost out of them.
Okay. I feel like the fates were playing a little game today. I'm losing things, I might be moving, maybe I'm not, maybe I have a job, maybe I don't. It was just like a total battle all day.
While Tiara awaits her fate, over at Breakaway, rookie Scott returns. He's been battling the city all day, but his perseverance has paid off.
Go get 770 Broadway and call me and see what I can find for you.
Hey, so I ended up with 19.
I saw.
Like that? It was a good day. Took a lot more deliveries than I normally take. This is actually the first full week that I've worked every day. So I'll be able to figure out kind of where I'm at after this week, I think, as far as money and stuff. See that? It's the most I've done so far. I'm very proud of myself. Days like this are kind of what being a bike messenger is all about, learning to overcome adversities, and it's kind of just in general in life, you know? You can sit there and cry and complain about it all day and all night. What's that? But it's not gonna make it go away, so you just gotta suck it up. Try to make some money.
Scott has finally had the big money day he's been dreaming of, but unfortunately for Tiara, her nightmare continues.
The package you lost was supposed to be for the film festival. This is serious, and I need you to understand that they're depending on us to get these things delivered. Okay? You can't absolutely not lose anything. It's gonna cost us money for us to replace this thing, okay?
I fully take responsibility for that. It was whack. It's not really a good look. I'm really sorry about that.
I'm not gonna let you go, because I'm pretty sure that's what you were worried about or what have you. But just to reiterate it, never, ever, ever lose a package, please. Okay, we can't have this happen at all, at all. All right, so get home, get home. All right. Any other place she would have been let go? Here, we try to keep a family atmosphere. I've grown to know and consider her as a friend, so I'm willing to take the flack.
I guess you're gonna give me another chance. It's like, you don't bring personal stuff into the job. It should be like, you know, you ride a bike, you're getting to point A to point B, your safety's at hand, like everything else is there, so you try not to do that. And I mean, I guess I was caught slipping, which sucks, and it's very humbling. And I'm thankful that I still have a job, but again, this is just one piece of the day. It's like, I have to go tackle a whole nother scene with like, my girl, and I don't know, like, what she's gonna do. Day was bananas. I fully lost package, which, as you know, is the whole point of messengering. I had to come into work and totally fearful that I'm gonna be humiliated, of course. And I fully kept my job, which is dope. Yes, regardless though, so stressful, so dumb, such an awful day. What's good with you? How are you? Any decisions, fun like that? So you're going then, yes? Got it. The overall picture is like, I keep a job, lose someone I love, kind of. I wouldn't say lose, but it's like, yeah, it's kind of like, I don't know what's better or what's worse at this point, but just another day in the life, I guess.